Good afternoon. We're often asked why we do our assessment and retraining strategies inside for our runners. And I thought it'd be quite good value to go through a runner here and see how there is a lot of value in that. A lot of what we're trying to do is change the running patterns. And so being able to assess them on a consistent plane and then change the movement patterns, allowing us to have good feedback of the muscles and the movement patterns that we want to encourage, transferring that outside is much easier. It's much harder for us to analyze those specifics in the same depth and same detail if we're inside. So if we have a look at this runner, so we're just looking at the legs and just the leg cycle and the heel lift. So I've got a couple of arrows on there. So we can see that the runner's landing pretty flat foot, which is good. Not a massive heel strike, but well out in front of the line there as they come through. Reasonable hip extension on that side, and the heel comes just above the marking line. The other foot's fairly similar, lands out in front. Not as great on the hip extension there, probably a little bit of rotation happening higher up the chain, and that heel doesn't come through. So just for some consistency, as we go through, we can see landing out in front and the heel's coming up just above, and you can probably see the shirt is going up and down, so there's a fair bit of bounce, a few dynamic weaknesses around the hip area that we would need to work on. If we're just looking at that, that gives us a really good starting point to allow us to know where to begin training with someone.